Hello, the internet, and welcome. So, you've been with me during my first time trying out a beauty blender. You've been with me during my first time trying out fiber mascara. Now, it is your chance to be with me while I try out a very, very cheap brush set from Amazon. So, I went ahead and I purchased a $9.99 brush set from BS Mall. There are 15 brushes in this set. Obviously they are synthetic, made in China, all that good stuff. But just the fact that I now have 15 brushes to do a full face of makeup for $10, plus, Amazon Prime, 2-day shipping, all that good stuff, is, to say the least, kind of amazing. So I'm going to be trying these out to see if they're any good, because we spend a lot of money getting decent brushes, but if you can spend $10 and have a full face of brushes, why not, right? So this is either going to be awesome or terrible. Time will tell. Let's get started. Okay, so one of the main reasons that I went with this set as opposed to any of the other ridiculously cheap brush sets on Amazon is because it was a 15-piece wooden handled brush set. It's supposedly kabuki style, all that good stuff, but wooden handles caught my attention. I thought they'd be kind of cute because you don't see just plain wooden handles very often. I mean, obviously they are some sort of composite type wood and they're laminated so you don't destroy them when you're washing them, but they look cool. So first couple things that I want to say, these are some of the larger brushes. They are synthetic. They are very, very soft. They are already shedding just a little bit. This is me pulling them out of the box. I haven't washed them or anything. I would be very concerned with how loosely packed they are, that the first time I wash them, a lot of these are going to be just absolutely useless. So, oh God, okay, maybe don't buy this? I don't think your brushes are supposed to do that. Maybe don't buy these. Don't buy these. But we're going to do this anyway because I spent the $10 and they're here now. Oh God, it's too late. It's too late. Yeah, I'm already regretting all of my decisions. That's becoming a theme in these videos. So moving on, I'm going to put some primer on my face and we will get started with the foundation. Oh God. Okay. Okay, so primer is on. I'm going to be throwing some of Kokie Cosmetics HD Skin Perfecting Foundation on. This is not a terribly thick foundation, but it does offer pretty decent medium coverage. The reason that I don't want to go with a full coverage thick foundation is because of how soft and loosely packed the bristles are. As you could see from how easily they're shedding, I'm legitimately concerned if I tried to go in with anything thick or full coverage that not only would I be completely unable to blend my foundation out, I would be fuzzy because all the bristles would be falling off my face. So I'm going to be throwing some of this on the back of my hand and then going in with the kabuki brush. This is just a flat topped, shed happy kabuki brush, and we're going to see how well this works. Yeah, so I'm just working product into my brush a bit to try and cut down on streakiness, if at all possible. and losing bristles on my hands, this is going to be fun. So I'm going to be applying and occasionally losing bristles, I guess. What is happening? Okay, so this is a synthetic bristled brush, and I'm trying to see if it looks better in my viewfinder, and it does not. The reason that you want to use synthetic bristles as opposed to natural bristles when it comes to like a foundation or a liquid product type brush is because they don't absorb as much of your product. It's not like when you go in with a beauty blender and it's a sponge, it's literally going to take some of your product away. The idea of a synthetic brush is it's just going to be taking product and depositing it on your face. And I don't feel like that is happening. So let's change tactics. Okay, rather than using my hand as the middleman, I'm just going to dot this on my face, and we'll see if the brush can blend it out. Okay, with the kabuki brush again, we'll give this a shot. Okay, so I feel like that took at least one extra pump of foundation beyond what I would normally use to get the same level of coverage on my face. And I mean, again, this is not a densely packed brush. And that is the number one issue here, I think. Even with as soft as these bristles are, if there were more of them, I feel like it would work a little bit better. It took a lot of buffing to get rid of streakiness. So, number one, no. Okay, now I have picked up a smaller brush, same thing, very soft, very loosely packed, some shedding. I'm thinking the smaller the ferrules get, maybe the better the bristles will hold together, just because it's smaller and maybe tighter. I don't know. That's probably not a thing, but no massive shedding. Not like the powder brush where I was, yeah. But now, okay, so we're going in with a smaller brush. We're going to use some concealer and hopefully touch up the areas that the flat kabuki could not, or flat kabuki / stippling. I mean, it really is kind of more of a stippling brush, but we'll give them their kabuki name. We'll let them have it. And we will touch up areas that the kabuki brush did not do a good job on. Okay, so as I'm going through and applying the concealer with this brush, I mean, I feel like it's doing a better job of moving the product and distributing the product the way I want it to. However, I'm still having a problem with it picking up more product than I would like for it to. And again, I'm just not really used to that with synthetic brushes. So like I can dab and blot on, but if I try and blend out, it has a tendency to pick up product. And as you can see, these are very bendy without trying. So you wind up with a whole lot of your liquid product just everywhere in the brush and not exactly where you want it on your face. Okay, now we have a angled brush that we will be using for contour, cheek stuff. Anywho, same thing. I mean, the bristles on literally every brush are exactly the same. It's just what configuration or style they've been cut into, how long they are, that sort of thing. So we will be attempting to use this for contour and we will see how well it works. Okay, so this isn't doing a terrible job. Ultimately, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It is applying product where I like and fairly evenly. When it comes to blending out, I'm probably going to have to go with the powder brush and, a translucent powder just to get it looking a little better. But ultimately, it's an angled brush. It's doing what an angled brush is supposed to do. I can't really fault it for that. Okay, you remember how I said I was going to take the powder brush and try and blend out things? I can't. I legitimately can't. Like, this powder brush is going in the trash because it is so loosely packed that bristles are just falling out of it constantly. And, I can't even use it to apply on my face because, they start to fall out. So this is useless. Absolutely useless. Let's move on. Let's try the blush brush to see if that works any better. Okay, it's on me. I can't. It just... Okay. All right. We have some blush and a brush that will hopefully apply the blush. So let's do that, and I will let you know how it goes. Okay, so it's taking a little bit of building to get the blush where I would like it, because again, loose and not really applying in a even layer, but it is working, and I don't have bristles all over my face, so I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it. So far, this is tying with the concealer brush for the least useless, I think. Okay, smaller still. I'm just gonna be using one of the smaller brushes for highlights. I'm just using whatever I think is gonna work at this point because I'm frightened. Anywho, so I'm going to be using this little fluffy brush to apply some highlight to my cheekbones and other places. Brush applied highlight in appropriate amounts, and my face looks shiny. Moving on. Okay, now we have a itty bitty little angled brush. This is the stiffest of all the brushes because the ferrule is itty bitty and tiny and pinched, because that's what you're supposed to do for an angled brush. I don't know whether this is for liner or whatever. It's going to be used for brows. So I'm going to be taking just whatever random color I can find, and I'm going to be doing my brows with it. And I realized after the fact that there's no spoolie in this set, so BYOS. Okay, so I mean, you heard me, right? I was all about this. I was rooting for it, and then a couple of the bristles fell out. I mean, either that or my eyebrows are falling out, but I kind of feel like I would have noticed that before right now if they were. So I mean, it applied powder to my brows. They look like very severe brows, but that's fine. It's okay. I have a very light eye look and lipstick and stuff, so it's fine. They can be whatever they want to be. Moving on. Okay, now we are going to eyeshadow. There are just a plethora of random brushes that we can use for eyeshadow. So many brushes, and we're going to use them. So let's get started. I have a fluffy brush, like a creasy brush that I'm going to use on my eyes. It's happening. And various other brushes that I'm going to use. And you know, I'm just going to stop talking and I'm going to do an eye look, and then we will reconvene to discuss how well these brushes did. Maybe there'll be some swearing between now and then. I'm not sure. Let's play it by ear. I finished the eye look using these brushes here. I stepped away for just a second. I put on my mascara, threw on some lips, and I'm just going to give you my final thoughts on the BS Mall brushes in general. So, the eye brushes, when it comes to like the shaders, essentially anything that is more firmly packed, more densely packed, works fairly well. Within reason. They're workable. I'm not exactly mad about it, but when it came to the face brushes, especially that powder brush, no, just no. It's not even functional as a brush. Like you can pretty much just exclude that one and say it's a 14-piece set because it just spent all its time shedding and making me angry. So here we go. Spend an extra $5 to $10 and buy a brush set from BH Cosmetics. Like just straight up spend the extra $5 to $10, get a 15 or 20 or what have you piece brush set from BH Cosmetics and call it a day, because this seems too good to be true, and it is. Like, I won't lie. Now that I have the eye brushes, at least, especially like the flat shaders, the concealer, those type brushes, I will probably use them because I hate brush cleaning day so very much that I will legitimately go through all of my brushes before I wash them all. But that is me being lazy. That is not a recommendation for this brush set at all. Please do not get it twisted. I do not think that anyone should buy these brushes. I just don't. So, yeah, this has been interesting. I mean, look, I got a makeup look out of it. So, I mean, they function as brushes, but they're more work than they're worth. I could have had this look done a lot faster with a lot less brush bristles on my clothes and face if I had just literally used BH Cosmetic brushes. I mean, if you want inexpensive, there you go. Even the AOA Studio 10-piece eye brush set for $10.50, 55 cents, that I talked about in a previous video, that is better. That is better. Shop Miss A, home of the $1 makeup items, has better brushes than this 15-piece, $10 brush set by BS Mall. So just don't do it. And with that, I will leave you for the day. I hope that this was amusing, and I hope that you will never, ever, ever buy these brushes. Have a great day or night, depending on when you're watching this, and subscribe, stick around, see me in the next video. Who knows, maybe I'll try something else ridiculous so that you don't have to. Have a great day. Peace.